Ryder Stadium, or as we call it, Wade Collins night, because Wade is our lone senior, the 2023 Wildcats team. Wade is the son of Terry and Alicia Collins. Wade's played baseball in Tullahoma since Little League. He's played T-ball, coach pitch, player pitch, Babe Ruth Middle School, and high school, all in Tennessee, in Tullahoma. Wade played on the 2016 Little League Tennessee State Championship team, as well as the 2021 Tullahoma State Champion Wildcat football team. Wade will graduate in the top 10% of his class with both honors and distinctions on May 12th. Now, we asked Wade some questions, and here are the responses we've received. He was 6 years old when he started playing baseball. When asked about game day rituals, he said warming up with Evan before the game, laughing and cutting up to get in the right mindset. Steak is his favorite post-game meal. He's played 4 years on the Tullahoma High School team. Making the team as a freshman is his favorite Wildcat baseball memory. The funniest memory with the Wildcat baseball team is flungo practice. Wade said the most influential person on the field is Coach Brian and his defensive sets. The most influential person off the field, Wade said, is his family. He added he can't choose one specific. His best advice to current and future Wildcat baseball players, Wade says, support each other and play for the team, not just yourself. You and the team will be better for it. He says after graduating, he plans to finish his private pilot license over the summer and will start MTSU's professional pilot program in the fall. He would like to fly commercial jets, either passenger or cargo, travel the world, watch a lot of baseball and football, and play a little golf. Baseball is what he'll miss most after graduating. And when asked for a favorite quote or scripture, Wade responded, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." Psalm 119, verse 105. The Wildcats are truly blessed to have known Wade and his amazing family over the last 4 seasons. We wish Wade the brightest of futures and our sincerest of thank yous for being a part of this Tullahoma Wildcats team. Our first pitch for tonight's game will be thrown out by Wade's father, Terry, and Wade will be catching. And a round of applause for Terry Collins. Ladies and gentlemen, one last round of applause for Terry and Alicia Collins and the Wildcats owner, number 11, Wade Collins.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
You are looking live at Grider Stadium, Mathis Field in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Tonight, the Tullahoma Wildcats conclude the home portion of their 2023 baseball season against the Community Vikings. Non-region opponent, Tullahoma has won the District 8 AAA title. And now they're just finishing out the season, getting ready for the playoffs. So, Ken, exciting times for Tullahoma baseball. Not a lot of regular season district championships over the years, a lot of tournament championships, but when you're winning in the regular season, it really talks about your consistency and your depth.
Yeah, you know, we've covered this team for several weeks now here with the Light 2 Sports Network, Scott, together, and we've seen this team grow and mature and bond. Seen some tweaks in the batting order, but they've really gelled here late in the season, 9-1. They pull out the district championship as Lincoln County failed to page their last game, so they come out with a 9-1 record. So they're ready, poised to host the district tournament starting a week from today here at Grider Stadium next week.
And Lincoln County and Tullahoma both ranked among the top 10 teams in the state by multiple polls. So district tournament's going to be exciting. But we'll take care of business tonight. Wade Collins, the senior, on the mound for Tullahoma, and stepping in for Community is Mackie Fleming. Fleming leads off for the Vikings. Tullahoma in the white in the field. Collins on the mound for the Wildcats, the only senior on this 2023 team. And there's a high pop to center. Drifting to his left and making the catch for the Cats, Balin Tootin. One down here in the top of the first.
Yeah, and Tootin just last week had his first home run for the Tullahoma Wildcats. We've seen the promising sophomore left-hander, get a couple triples in some telecasts earlier this year, and he finally went yard.
Corey Patrick, the shortstop, steps in for the Vikings with one down here. Colin grounder to short. Nice field. Throw to first. In time. Excellent play by Fulmer at short. He's done it all year. Continues to show a great glove.
Oh, yeah, fantastic defensive web gem right there by Fulmer. So he just backhands that ball, goes down to one of his knees and makes a strong throw from the hole at short. Long throw across the field, perfect to get to out. Nudge the runner.
Third baseman Mason Russell will step in now for the Vikings. With two down, top of the first. Collins delivers outside.
I thought for sure that was going to be an infield single when it left the bat, based on how far in the hole Fulmer had to go on that one, but a nice strong throw.
There's another grounder to Fulmer. Plays the hop. Throw to first in time. A quick 3 up and 3 down for Wade Collins. Tullahoma coming to bat against Community right here on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, Light Tube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add Light Tube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of light tube reliability.
Is lag hurting your gaming? Is a weak signal stalling your social media posts? Are constant updates slowing down your productivity? TUA Lighttube has a solution. Enroll in our mesh router service starting at $9.95 a month. With the ability to cover your home with increased signal strength, you can increase productivity and whole home happiness. Start winning today by calling TUA Lighttube customer service at 455-4515.
Specifically played into our mission when we separated from our parent company and became an employee stock ownership program. We had to.
At bat.
Tullahoma coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Wade Collins will lead it off against community pitcher Jackson Roberts. Roberts on the mound for the Vikings. Collins leading off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, a nice gesture by head coach Brian Morris of the Wildcats to start Collins in the leadoff spot, hitting as well as on the mound tonight.
And there's a high pop, short left field. Not sure the left fielder, he struggled with it but made the catch. I think he was a little unsure early if his shortstop could get there or not, but one down quickly here in the bottom of the first.
At bat number 21, Hunter Hogan.
You know, we've seen Coach Morris tweak this lineup. We know that Hunter Hogan was batting leadoff last week and then Tootin second. Of course, sliding Collins in the leadoff spot for senior night.
Right. Hogan grounds it to short, deep in the hole. Long throw, never going to beat Hunter Hogan. Too good a speed. Safe at first. First hit of the night for the Tullahoma Wildcats.
Yeah, Hogan with the infield single. Ball to deep shortstop for the Community Vikings. No chance on that one.
So first hit off Jackson Roberts, and Balin Tootin will step to the plate. Left-hander with a man on first now, one down.
Yeah, we've seen Tootin swing a hot bat.
He's played outstanding
Sure
every
has.
time we've been here.
Jacked one last week. His family was very proud of him. I know his little brother was. Bronson. Who was a Laker,
Roberts.
played on our basketball team in the junior NBA. Balin's little brother Bronson.
Sure was. Good young man.
Good family.
1-0 the count to Tootin. Hogan the lead at first. There's a drive.
There it is.
Way
wow.
back.
That's out.
That ball is out of here.
Wow.
Home run, Balin Tootin. His second of the season.
Wow.
And Tullahoma is on the board 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Boy, Tootin lined that shot to right, and it just carried on out right where the right field rowdies would have been were they here. Tootin
Home run.
hits it out for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter. I mean, the right fielder just turned around and watched that one soar out, but he pelted that ball over the right field fence. You know, the outfield had him to shaded to pull to right field, but there's no defense for a ball that goes that far. Towering two-run homer.
Batting cleanup tonight for Tullahoma, the shortstop, Andrew Fulmer, steps in against Jackson Roberts, who's now down 2-0. Outside ball one.
Second round tripper on the season for Mr. Tootin.
Third of the year for the Wildcats. Tootin and Tomlin. Now Tootin's got two.
It's got a good ring to it, Scott.
And they've all come in the last
Tootin
week.
and Tomlin. Had a good time.
High and tight to Fulmer. 2-0.
Fulmer with that nice defensive play in the top of the first, that 5-pitch, 3-out inning by pitcher Wade Collins.
Roberts catches the corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Allegedly catches the corner.
Yeah.
Ken, draft news out of Nashville. What do you got?
Well, newsflash, the Tennessee Titans, Scott, have a brand-new quarterback. And it's not Hendon Hooker. It is the University of Kentucky quarterback Will Levis, who really, boy, it was kind of sad to watch him last night. He shows up with his family.
It was actually excellent comedy television. Will Levis is going to the Titans. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, and they traded up, so they must have. The draft just started. They were at 41. There were 31 picks last night, so I don't know what pick in the second round, but it had been a really high pick in the second round. So they traded up to grab him.
That's good stuff right there. That's funny.
Comedy.
Will Levis. Full count, swung on and missed by Fulmer. He got his cut in.
Sure did.
And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And Evan Tomlin playing first base, playing second tonight, steps in.
Number 18.
Well, and you wonder, Scott, they just drafted Malik Willis last year. They already given up on him. They got him in the third round last year. And
well, it's a new general manager.
Yeah, new general manager.
Different approach. Levis, highly ranked before the draft, but as you mentioned, slid through the first round last night. But the Titans trade up to draft Levis.
Yeah. And maybe Mel Kiper put a little bit too much pressure or draft hype with Will Levis saying that he was at least a top, he thought it projected on his draft board as a top 3 pick.
Well, Mel
in the entire
Kiper
draft.
has never been on staff of an NFL team. There's a high pop.
Yeah.
And Community's first baseman, catcher, and pitcher
boy.
all just stand and watch it drop and look at the body language on those young men
Already.
as they go back to their positions.
Yeah.
Very disappointed at each other in that one.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, that's a textbook case of how not to call a pop-up. I don't know if any of the three. I didn't hear anybody call it, and it just lands right between all 3 of them. And
no, they didn't want any part of it.
No, they did not.
1-1 to count on Tomlin with nobody on, 2 down. High ball.
Well, and, if you're a pitcher, that demoralizes you. And I'm not saying he was right in the middle of them. He could have made the play. It's probably been easier for the pitcher to make that catch than the catcher or first baseman in that situation, based on where that ball was.
There's a high pop, left field, could be foul.
Shortstop's got it.
Shortstop ran it down, nice play by Community, but Tullahoma plates 2 on the Balin Tootin home run. We go to the second. The Wildcats lead it 2-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month.
Lane. Pascal.
We move to the top of the second inning, along with Chris Barstad, Clay Turner, Ken Keller. I'm Scott Chastain. Appreciate you tuning in to the Light Tube Sports Network. This will be Ken and I's last broadcast of the season. We've gone from mid-August to the opening football game to now. As far as we know, this will be it for us. Takes us 3 months to recover this grueling workload that Light Tube puts us through.
Indeed.
Oh, we love it. Leading off, Blaine Pascal, second baseman for Community. Pascal pops it up. Looks like Evan Tomlin at second, cradles under it, makes the catch. 1 down here. 4 up, 4 down for Wade Collins.
Yeah, again, he only threw 5 pitches in the first inning, and that's Tomlin, fielding that fly ball, using 2 hands, and that's the way you do it. You get under it and you use 2 hands. No matter how simple it appears to be, you just want to teach that good technique and use 2 hands always.
Drew Harris, first baseman, at the plate for Community. The Vikings just down the street on Highway 41A. Beautiful Unionville, Tennessee.
We had some heavy rains here in Tullahoma about 5 o'clock. I was awakened to the thunder boomers this morning. We got quite a bit of rain early.
Me too, and I just cradled back in till about 9.
I got up, took a shower, and we had to go to work.
Swing and a miss.
You lucky dog.
By Harris. 1-2 the count. Collins looking good early here on the mound for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he's throwing strikes.
Community's
and then his defense work.
Yeah, Community's making contact, but they're hitting it at people.
You know, in Tullahoma, you know, they're battle tested. You know, Spring Hill and Lincoln County, you know, two other very strong teams in this district. Tullahoma nudges them out. So the district tournament will be hosted here after, I think, a first-round game Thursday. So they play at 4 o'clock next Friday. So Wildcat Nation needs to turn out to Grider Stadium and Mathis Field and root these Wildcats on in person next week.
Swung on and missed. He struck Drew Harris out. That's the first K for Collins. And James Beach, the catcher, will now hit for the Vikings. Yeah, I assume Tullahoma will play the winner of that play-in game. Lowest seed would make sense to me, that Thursday game. So who we're looking at? Marshall County and who else at the bottom of the District 8 AAA?
Maybe Lawrence.
Lawrence County and Marshall County. So I think one of those teams will probably be here Friday.
And there will be two games next Friday, a 4 p.m. contest and then a 7 p.m. afterwards. Right. So come on out and watch a doubleheader next Friday night. That'll be May the 4th.
Collins delivers, swing and a miss by Beach. Counts 1-1.
I think.
May have fouled it back. I'm sure a bracket will come out. Check Tullahoma High School baseball account on social media. Maybe they'll put a bracket out when it comes out. Collins pitched outside, 2-1 on Beach.
Tullahoma defense straight away, not too deep, medium depth. Short and second deep.
Grounder to second. Tomlin makes the play. Quick 6 for Wade Collins. We head to the bottom of the second. Tullahoma leads 2-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority LightTube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of LightTube reliability.
Move to the bottom of the second inning here. Tullahoma leading 2-0. And first baseman Colton Emery leads off for the Wildcats against Jackson Roberts on the mound for the Vikings. Looking at that football season. Tullahoma opens at home against Stewart's Creek. I think that was the 19th. Friday or Thursday. Sometimes Tullahoma opens on Thursday. It is Friday the 18th. Stewart's Creek, Wilkins Stadium. Ken, why don't you join me?
Yeah, I mean, several, the last few seasons we've opened on Thursday night, so that'll be a little different. No Thursday night football to start the season.
Swing and a
Can't wait.
miss by Emory. 1-1, the count now on Colton.
Pitcher Jackson Roberts rocked for a 2-run homer by Wildcat center fielder Balin Tootin in the first. Bottom of the first, Cats lead it 2-0. Senior Wade Collins, perfect in 2 innings, has not allowed a base runner for Tullahoma.
Emory fouls it down the third base line. Coach Morris with the play. 1-2 count on Colton. Roberts fouled straight back.
Straight back.
So Tullahoma will finish its home schedule tomorrow night against Rockville out of Murfreesboro. And then the Wildcats will travel to Nolensville on Monday, finish the regular season. And Emory is plunked right in the back
Indeed.
by Jackson Roberts. Thankfully, no harder than Roberts is throwing. I doubt if that hurt very much.
At bat, number 27.
And J-Ron Morris will step in. Morris, the catcher, with a man on first and nobody out.
Well, let's see how the right side of the outfield decides to play Morris. Remember, we've commented on that several times.
He goes
Right fielders
strong
in,
the other
he does.
way. Yes, indeed.
We've seen him burn several right fielders this season.
And they're playing a little bit farther off the line than normal, just
Yes.
like everybody else has.
Yep.
So, Jalen, make a profit out of us and plop one out there for a double.
Yeah, Morris done an excellent job behind the plate, handling the pitchers, and we've seen several hustle plays by him of chasing errant throws to first, and actually saw him, field one and throw a runner out at second this season. Nice hustle play, and he does a good job on those foul balls that we've seen, all this big territory behind home plate down the first and third base lines. He does an excellent job on chasing those foul balls down and catching them, as opposed to other catchers as we saw there in the first inning for Community.
Really one of the better catchers Tullahoma's had over the last dozen years or so, I think.
Takes a deep breath.
A knack for hitting to the opposite field. That's J-Ron Morris, and he has got a gap down the right field line. 3-0, though.
And I always like those, the teams I coach, the right-handed hitters that can hit the ball opposite field, because if you do get a runner on first and single it, get a hit to the right side, it's almost guaranteed first and third situation.
And that ball's almost always spinning, right?
Yeah.
Spinning against the outfielder who's running towards it. Morris lays off, strike one.
I'm like you. I thought he checked it on that one, but the umpire called it a strike. 3-1. That'll give him a chance to hit here, hopefully get a good pitch. Jackson Roberts missing high to the last couple of batters. Of course, he hits Emory.
Emory leading off first. There he goes. Pitch is high, ball 4. Tullahoma's got a little something going on here in the bottom of the second inning with runners on first and second. Nobody out, and third baseman Mason Bratcher steps in.
And so they have 2 runners on without the benefit of a hit, so a hit batsman and a base on balls.
Trevor Cole will run for the catcher, J-Ron Morris. So Cole at first base.
Scott, talking about that NFL draft with, several quarterbacks picked last night, a couple in the Titans division. We saw C.J. Stroud go to the Texans, and then Anthony Richardson, the Florida Gator quarterback, go to the Colts. So the Titans grabbed them one, and Will Levis. Where will Hendon Hooker land?
I like that. I like where that puts the Colts for the next couple of years.
Yeah, we were kind of excited about that, him going there, because I'm not really sold on him.
No.
As an NFL QB.
No. Roberts pitch, low. 2-0 the count on Bratcher.
Well, Mason's had a fine season over.
But I'd rather
third
have
base.
Anthony Richardson than Will Levis. I'll give you that.
Yeah. They do have one thing in common. Vanderbilt Commodores beat them both this year.
I'd rather have Mason Bratcher than Will Levis. Outside. 3-0 the count, and Roberts is struggling.
Yeah, and there's some activity in the bullpen for the Community Vikings. A lefty warming up, and he can't get warmed up quick enough.
3-0 the count on Bratcher. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Bratcher taking all the way, and that's ball 4.
Yeah,
Tullahoma
pitcher
has the bases loaded for Derek Nolasco.
You can tell the pitcher he's aiming the ball instead of throwing it. There's a difference. When you start having control issues, you start, pressing a little bit. He's not even following through with his arm speed is slowing down. And
I think he might be done.
Yeah,
We'll see
and
if
once you have that kind
is
of body language, you're going to.
Killing a little time. His reliever went back to the bullpen to warm up a little more. He's really not ready to pitch, it doesn't look like. So they'll kill as much time as they can, but I think he might have to leave Roberts in here for another batter.
Yeah, so Tullahoma at number 9 in the batting order with Nolasco and the home plate umpire going out to break up the party. And you're right, he's looking hard at the bullpen, but the lefty's just not ready yet.
Yep, so Roberts will pitch to Nolasco. And Tullahoma leads 2-0. Wildcats threatening, bases full. Ducks on the pond with nobody out.
Yeah, middle infielder short and second, back double play depth. Infielders on the corners in for a ground ball play at the home plate potentially, they hope.
Nolasco watches ball 1. Of course, he's still got to throw strikes.
Yeah. And I saw this in warm-ups. He was missing high. He's just not following through. He's not extending through his pitch and finishing, leaving the ball high.
Ball 2 outside. You get the feeling this is the end of a long, challenging season for these Community Vikings, don't you?
Yeah.
Not a lot of pep in their step. Outside 3-0. Nolasco trying to drive in the third run for the Wildcats with a walk.
Yeah,
that works.
Yeah. And Roberts nowhere in the 931 area code on these pitches. They're not even close. Now, there's a third baseman going to come in, and here
they're all going to come in because we got a pitching change here in Tullahoma. Roberts is done. We'll get you the name of the left-hander coming in. We'll take a break. Tullahoma leads Community 2-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the
Lots of changes for Community. We won't go through them all. You don't know who they are anyway. But the new pitcher is Bowling, Thomas Bowling, a left-hander, southpaw, big guy for Community. He inherits a 3-0 count on Derek Nolasco. The bases are loaded, nobody out, bottom of the second. One of the toughest spots I've ever seen a relief pitcher have to come into, frankly. 3-0 count, Kim, bases loaded. You don't see that very often.
No, and he's got a nice, easy motion. Seems to be throwing strikes in the in his warm-ups. We'll see what he does with a live batter in the box, but obviously been put in a tough predicament here, as you said. 3-0 count, bases juiced. Tullahoma with no hits this inning. You have a hit batter and 2 walks there by Roberts, and now a 3-0 count.
Nolasco likely taking all the way here. Got to make this guy throw at least one.
No outs.
Inside, ball 4, and Tullahoma leads 3-0 as Derek Nolasco earns a base on balls and drives in Tullahoma's 3rd run. That's Emery who will score. Bratcher and Cole are on base. Cole's at 3rd, Bratcher's at 2nd. And now Nolasco at 1st. We go back to the top of the order. Wade Collins, his 2nd time tonight. Tullahoma senior on senior night. The only senior on this Wildcat team. Ken, that bodes very well for next year.
Oh, it sure does. Potential.
There's the first strike we've seen in a while from a community pitcher. So Bowling gets the Vikings back on track.
About 10 minutes.
Scott's going to get himself in trouble.
0-1.
Collins flew out to left to lead the game off. Oh, man, that thing had some bend on it. Wow, nice curveball.
Caught the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Collins is Bowling.
Major break on that one. Beautiful pitch.
Cats lead it 3-0. Swung and a miss. He struck him out. So Collins strikes out. 1 down now. Bases remain loaded for Hunter Hogan, the right fielder. Hogan beat out an infield single in the 1st.
Yes, he did. Balin Tootin waits on deck.
You know, we don't say it often because they're such humble gentlemen, Ken, but we sure appreciate Dave Myers' game administration up here in the Ben's Jordan press box. Dr. Rob Nichols runs the scoreboard for the Wildcats here. We appreciate those guys. It's been a fun year up here this year.
They do a yeoman's job up here. These guys do.
Humble gentlemen.
They keep us straight. And they have all kinds of tidbits, during the breaks they teach us about that. They've seen these Wildcats a lot more than we have this year, and we pick up some pointers from them from time to time.
Absolutely. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Bowling gets away from the catcher. Tullahoma will score a run. All base runners will advance as Cole crosses the plate for the Wildcats. Tullahoma now leads 4-0.
I'm going to count that as a PB, a pass ball. I'm going to put that on the catcher.
It looked stoppable.
Yep.
Yeah. 2-1 the count on Hogan.
Tullahoma already 2 runs in. They've doubled their lead. They lead 4-0 now here in the bottom of the 2nd, threatening to blow this game wide open early.
Without a hit in this inning still. Right? There's a base hit to right field. That'll score 2. Here comes Hogan. Correct that. Here comes Nolasco, and Hogan drives in 2 with a single to right field. Tullahoma on top now 6-0. Just 1 out. Tootin steps in with Hogan at first. That's what happened in the 1st inning, and Tootin hit it out.
Yeah, Hogan stays hot too. We saw him elevated to leadoff last week, and this young man's getting on base.
He really is.
Lefty on lefty matchup here. I love watching these lefty matchups.
There goes Hogan. Shot to the left field. He's never going to get there. That ball's going to roll to the wall.
That's going to be another triple.
Hogan is
maybe
gonna
inside
score.
to Parker.
Well, let me call it here. Hogan will score for the Wildcats, and Tootin will stand up at 3rd base with an RBI triple. Tullahoma leads 7-0. The Wildcats are hitting at will here
Number 9.
in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, Tootin just goes inside out on that one. Doesn't try to pull the ball. Takes an outside pitch from the lefty and just strokes it down the left field, out of the reach beyond the left fielder to the fence.
Tootin is on tonight. Andrew Fulmer steps in for the Wildcats. Man on 3rd, 1 out, 7-0 Tullahoma. Caught the outside corner, strike 1.
Oh, nice pitch there. Fulmer struck out swinging his first time. So Tootin, you know, when you hit for the cycle, that's a home run, a triple, a double, and a single. You know, 4 hits, you know, essentially each of the bases. So he's accomplished 2 of the hardest legs, the home run and the triple so far.
Yeah, I think the 2 hardest.
Stick around, double and a single, and he'll hit for the cycle tonight. It's possible. Very possible the way this game's going.
This team hits a lot of triples at home, you know. Every game we get a couple of triples. That's a little unusual. 0-2 is the count. 1 out. Fulmer, off-speed pitch, fouled it, out of play.
Tullahoma with 5 runs in here in the second inning. And, you know it was a recipe for disaster when the starting pitcher, Jackson Roberts, hit the leadoff batter, and then they had 3 consecutive base on balls. You knew Tullahoma's offense would get going, and now they've responded with a single and a triple, back-to-back hits.
Inside, high and tight. 1-2 the count now on Andrew.
No wind out here tonight. Looking at that flag, 0 wind.
Yeah.
Have not seen it move all night.
Fulmer goes fishing. He missed. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. And Tomlin will step to the plate. Evan playing second tonight.
You're right. Fulmer swung it one outside the strike zone, high and outside.
He really did.
Evan Tomlin.
Tullahoma leads 7-0. Tomlin,
Yeah, there you
who homered last night.
Wow.
High and away, ball 1.
Flied out to short in the bottom of the first, so he's 0 for 1, trying to get his teammate Balin Tootin in from third.
Tootin tripled in a run. Outside, ball 2.
Yeah, Tootin with 3 RBIs already tonight.
Tullahoma beat Lebanon last night 6-1. And again, we'll host Rockville tomorrow night. Outside, ball 3. So Bowling beginning to miss, much like Roberts was missing. And against Evan Tomlin, I think you got to be careful. Tomlin taking all the way. He earns ball 4. Tullahoma runners on the corners. 2 outs for Colton Emery. As the Wildcats have batted around here in the second inning, Emery led off the inning with a hit, being hit right in the back, right in the kidney. But he's no worse for the wear.
Well, you're like it if, your team, you get to take the 2 and the 3 and scratch it out and put a 2 and extend the inning. You're right. We tell them we batted around. It started off with a Colton Emery getting plunked by a pitch 15 minutes ago.
Bowling's pitch, a little low and outside, ball 1.
5 runs later, Tellum was up 7-0.
The left-hander looks to first. There goes the runner. Emery taking all the way. And second base is stolen without a throw.
Yeah, great jump there by
Could be
Tomlin.
catcher's indifference. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah. Great jump. They had no intentions of throwing down on that one.
Runners at second and third. Ball 2, 2-1 the count on Emery. Chance to drive in a couple of more here for the Wildcats. Bowling's pitch, low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Colton Emery. 2 down. 2
The thing about Bowling, when he misses, he's not missing by much. Now, you can live with those pitches down in the zone over the plate. A pitch low anytime.
There's a shot to third base. Base hit into left field. 2 runs will score. Colton Emery's going to try to stretch it for 2, and he does. A stand-up double. 2 RBIs for Colton Emery. And the Wildcats lead the Vikings 9-0 here in the bottom of the second. Tullahoma
J-Ron Morris.
routing Community as we speak. J-Ron Morris steps in. Runner on second, 2 down.
Yeah, Emery just slashed that right down the third baseline into the left field corner, and he plates two, so 2 ribbies, as you said, for Emery.
Inside, ball 1. And Bowling now getting a little frustrated there on the mound. He wanted that one, but he didn't get it.
Morris walked earlier in the inning.
There's a grounder to third. Nice stop. Throw from the knees, not in time. Jaron Morris beats out the infield hit as the throw pulled the first baseman off. I don't think he would have got him anyway.
No, we're going to score that infield single, as you said. Just a great defensive play by the third baseman there just to be able to stab that ball and glove it. That was Mason Russell. But just too much speed for Morris, and another pinch runner in for him.
Trevor Cole will run for Morris. Runners on the corners. 2 down for Mason Bratcher.
Bratcher with an RBI opportunity now. A long offensive inning here in the bottom of the second for Tullahoma.
It's like batting practice for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it is.
If they don't have a complete game, if we run roll, how would you mark
Balk.
that for Wade if he doesn't run?
Yep.
They called it.
He balked,
That's going to move
faked
everybody
the
up.
throw to first, and the run will score for Tullahoma on the balk by Bowling, and the Wildcats lead 10-0 as Emery jogs home.
Bratcher is the 12th Wildcat to hit this inning.
10-0 Tullahoma. Bowling's pitch, high and outside, 1-0. See if Bratcher can get in on the hit parade here.
They probably have their JV team playing with them.
A nice pitch there, catch of the outside corner.
You think eventually the umpire says, it's 10-0. Let's widen the strike zone a little bit and get this thing going.
Possibly.
I think I would if I was an umpire.
Yeah.
I'd say, boys, y'all better swing your bat because I'm tired of all these walks.
Anything close, right?
Yeah. 1-2
not?
the count on Bratcher. Yes, sir.
Has some cloud cover moving in now. But I believe rain is out of the forecast, so.
High and outside, 2-2. Yeah, it's been an awesome day. Going to be really nice weekend and next week. Finally get a break from this old cold rain. As we move into May, I say it's about time.
Lights are on in the midst of this 7-run outburst for Tullahoma.
Swing and a miss by Bratcher, and Community is finally out of the bottom of the second inning, but not before the Wildcats score 8. We've played 2. Tullahoma leads 10-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515.
We head to the top of the third inning here at Grider Stadium. 10-0 Tullahoma leads. And Dallas Grooms, the designated hitter, will lead off for the Community Vikings.
Grooms hits from the left side.
Collins working his third inning.
Well, things going well for Tullahoma. Up 10-zip, top of the third on senior night. There's seniors on the mound. He has not allowed a hit or even a base runner yet after 2 complete innings.
There's a grounder to short. Fulmer converges. Fulmer, quick throw to first in time.
Wow.
Out number 1 here in the 3rd inning. I think Bratcher thought about going for it and decided Fulmer probably had the better angle for the throw maybe. And nice play by the left side of the Tullahoma infield.
I'm very impressed with, when watching him all year, man. He's got great range. He throws well off the run. That ball hit off the side of the mound, took a high hop. He charged it, fielded it all in one motion. Perfect throw on the run to first to Emery to get to out. And those are not easy plays, folks.
Isaiah Beach, the right fielder, steps in for the Vikings.
This guy's a smooth cat at shortstop, Andrew Fulmer. Those are not routine plays. Make them look easy.
1-0 the count. Collins nips the corner, 1-1.
Just going to make a comparison. I mean, defensively, he looks like a young Dansby Swanson.
That is quite a comparison.
It is. I mean, but some of the plays he's made this year look like Dansby.
A little bit
the
outside.
former Atlanta Brave.
2-1 to count.
Well, Tullahoma's peaking just at the right time, aren't they, Scott?
Yes. This Wildcat team, I think, going for win number 10 in a row.
Playing their best baseball.
Tonight, swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Every sport's a tournament sport. You want to peek at the end. There's a high pop. Shortstop Fulmer. Just off the outfield grass, makes the play for out number 2.
That's 8 straight for Collins.
Now Roberts stepped in, who started the game at pitcher, moved to, what did we decide, right field?
Left field. He moved to right. Oh, right field. So right field. Okay, yeah, right. Sorry.
Who's on first?
Yes.
2 outs.
No one.
Collins pitch, missed, ball 1. No one's behind the plate. Who's on first?
No, there's nobody on first.
2 outs, 1-0 is the count. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
We'll see if Collins can get his 3rd consecutive 3 up, 3 down against these community Vikings. Been staked at 10-0 whopping lead right now.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Man, this kid's attitude is unbelievable. I would not play him again. I don't understand how he's still in the game. After what we saw last week. Yeah.
2 down, 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Collins, 9 up, 9 down. We move to the bottom of the 3rd. Tullahoma leads 10-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional.
Welcome back to the Light Tube Sports Network. The bottom of the third inning, leading off for Tullahoma, Derek Nolasco. And pitching for the Community Vikings, Ryan Sharp. Third pitcher of the night for the Vikings. They trail 10-0.
Well, the Vikings pitching coach, Scott, certainly hopes he's sharper than the first two pitchers tonight, right?
Cute, cute. And there's a shot to left field, base hit for Nolasco. So a good start to the bottom of the third for the Wildcats. In case you're wondering,
Number 11.
the mercy rule for high school baseball begins in the fifth inning. After 5 innings, 10 runs. So this could go on for a long time. Collins back to the top of the order for the Wildcats, with Nolasco at first.
Nice lead by Nolasco.
Throw to first, not in time.
You know, and Coach Morris, played at least 4 different guys in left field this year, just working through a platoon system. Nolasco gets a start tonight. We've seen Avery Smith, Trevor Cole, and Kate Fanning all out there. So Nolasco's walked and singled, so he's on first now. So he's gotten on base both times, and that's what you're looking for out of your number 9 hitter. Just get on base, set the table for the top of the lineup.
See if Collins can get hold of one here. There is a ground ball to short, could be 2. Throw to second, 1. Second baseman bobbled the ball a little bit. No throw to first, so Collins reaches on the fielder's choice. Nolasco out at second. And the Wildcats have 1 out for Hunter Hogan.
Hunter Hogan.
Hogan singled twice, scored twice, and has 2 ribbies.
We need a runner for Collins.
His single to right field last inning plated 2 Wildcats.
Cade Fanning will run for Wade Collins. So Fanning at first, with Hogan at the plate against Sharp. Strike 1.
Right down Jackson Street. Very few first pitch strikes by these Viking pitchers tonight, but that was one of them. Nice lead by Fanning on first.
Ground ball to short. Shortstop absolutely missed it, and that's a base hit for Hunter Hogan. I don't think he would have got him if he had gotten it, but it went right under his glove.
At bat, number 19.
Runners at first and second with 1 out, and Balin Tootin steps in. All Tootin has done tonight is homered and tripled. So let's see if Balin can smack a double. That's right.
Hogan 3 for 3.
No matter how far you hit it, stop at second to hit for the cycle. I like it. Sharp's pitch way outside.
Tootin just seeing the ball really well.
Yeah,
hitting the ball, that's a sign of a good hitter to have the ability to hit the ball to all fields. Be able to pull that inside fastball with power and also take an outside pitch the other way, and we've seen both tonight.
Off-speed pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes.
And pulled the home run to right field.
1 out, 2 on, 2-0 the count.
At the field house, and then drove a triple to left.
Tootin took a big rip, missed it. 2-1.
Very aggressive stick. And that's all right early in the count. You get 2 strikes on you want to cut that swing down a little bit and make contact. But, you got 0 or less than 2 strikes.
There's a shot to right field, but right at the right fielder. He makes the catch. Runner will advance from second to third. That's Fanning. So Tullahoma now runners on the corners with 2 down. Tootin hit it very hard, just right at somebody. Andrew Fulmer steps in. Fulmer hadn't had a lot of luck tonight. See if Andrew can get in on the hit parade. I think he struck out a couple of times. Outside ball 1.
Yes, he has, and community trying to get through their first scoreless inning defensively. Tullahoma trying to punch across some more runs.
2 down. Sharp's pitch hits Fulmer in the back. And so Fulmer will take first. Tullahoma's got the bases loaded for Evan Tomlin. Tomlin, the second baseman, again, hit one out of here last night. His first home run of the season.
Evan popped out to the shortstop in inning number 1, and he drew a base on ball, scored, stole a base last inning. And he's coming up with the bases juiced here.
First thing I saw on Twitter this morning. Tomlin's home run last night. 2 down, bases packed. Sharp in trouble. Curveball outside, ball 1.
Probably a smart move. You know, Tomlin's sitting fastball.
Yeah,
And
you got to be
throw a
careful
curve.
here.
Yeah,
Bases loaded and Tomlin at the plate.
no doubt.
Tomlin just reaches out to get that one, but fouls it away. I think Evan's saying no more walks.
Surveying the outfield here, it looked like center field, and they're pretty shallow all the way around
Quite shallow.
on Tomlin. See if he can burn these guys for some extra bases and multiple RBIs right here.
1-1 to count. Bases loaded. Outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
It's a big outfield at this stadium. Lots of green behind these defenders in the outfield.
They used to have
He can hit a gap here.
the distance on the fence. I don't remember what it was.
I thought the power alleys were like 368 in left center and right center, and maybe 390 in center.
3-1 to count on Evan Tomlin. The bases are loaded, 2 outs. Big pitch for young Sharp here for the Community Vikings. He missed ball 4, and Tullahoma leads 11-0 as Fanning will cross the plate. Tomlin will trot to first. The base is still loaded with 2 outs for Colton Emery.
At bat number 3.
Emery had a big what? Double?
Emery.
Couple of RBIs last
Yes.
time up.
Yeah, 2-run double down the left field line, down at third base line. So he's been hit by a pitch and doubled. 2 ribbies, 2 runs scored.
Bases loaded, 2 outs.
Cats lead by 11.
Colton Emery watches ball 1 hit the dirt.
I believe the foul poles are probably 310 left and right field lines.
And you believe that?
dimensions.
Why?
I've seen a lot of games at this stadium, and I remember those signs being up. I know it was 368 in the power alleys and 310 down the lines. I'm not sure about dead center. I'm going to guess 390, but just a guess, straightaway center.
2-0 the count on Emery. Colton pops it up. Too short. Catch is made. Tullahoma strands the bases loaded, but adds a run. We've played 3. The Wildcats on top of the Vikings 11-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm? right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support.
We move to the top of the fourth inning here at Grider Stadium. Tullahoma leading Community 11-0. Leading off for the Vikings is the leadoff batter, Mackie Fleming.
Not Mookie, Maki.
Maybe Makey. M-A-K-I. That's a new one. Ground to right back to Collins. Collins, underhand flip to Emery. One down here in the top of the fourth.
A quick one out, one pitch, one out there.
Boy, I'll tell you, Collins has minimized his pitches tonight.
Sure is.
Rob, what do we got? 28 in the fourth inning.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty economical.
That's almost unheard of.
Greg
right
Maddox
there.
type
That is
performance.
Maddox type.
That's what he used to do.
Collins
right?
bounces that one up. 1-0, yes.
Well, so your line score here after 3 1/3, Tullahoma has 11 runs on 8 hits. The Community Vikings, no runs, no hits. They're looking for their first base runner.
One down here, top of the fourth.
Patrick grounded out to short his first time up 0 for 1.
Notice I'll not mention the number of hits and base runners
Indeed.
and that type of things.
Well, you don't have
because
the
if
scorebook.
it gets broken up, it's going to be your fault. Foul
Yeah.
back. 1-2 the count.
He's dealing. Got a good defense behind him. Defense shallow. Look at your outfield here on the number 2 hitter.
Not a lot of respect.
Tullahoma way in.
Corey Patrick is the batter for the Vikings. 1-2 the count. One out. Collins works from the stretch. Fouled away.
I guarantee you, Scott, here on Mathis Field, if I called Jerry on his phone, he's got these dimensions memorized around this field.
I'm surprised you
Promise
haven't
you.
heard from him.
Yeah. I talked to him today. He told me another good baseball story, a really good one. And I'm really amazed by his memory, man. He was talking about the 73. We were talking about bunts on the way over here and how, bunt defense is critical and how hard it is to defend a good bunt. And he was talking about the 1974 state championship game here against Chattanooga McCallie. Tullahoma was down 2-1 in the last inning, down to their last out. And let's see this name. Joey Tuck, a former Little Leaguer you played against, Scott.
Yep.
Over the National League side. He had a swinging bunt, and the catcher, there's a
Swing and a
strikeout.
miss. He struck him out. Collins with 2 down here in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, the catcher for McCallie comes out in front of the plate, throws the ball into right field. The right fielder had come in celebrating, thinking, routine throw to first base, celebrating that this was they just won the state. And he airmailed the right fielder. The ball goes down to the right field pole. He circled Tuck. He said, Tuck, you better score, I'm going to kill you. And he got all the way around on a swinging bunt in front of the plate, tied it up 2-2, and then won it in extra innings. Ronnie James with a suicide squeeze. Squeeze a runner in. Tullahoma wins it 3-2. Coach Mathis's first state championship, 1974.
Collins rears back, but the fastball misses. 2-0 the count on this Mason Russell. No, this is Corey Patrick. Fouled back. No, it is Russell.
You're right. Yeah, I didn't write that. So I was telling that story. Patrick struck out. So 2 down. And, it just amazes me. I'm thinking about that. So, okay, how many years ago was that? 74 to 23. That's 26. That's 49 years ago when he remembered those names, Ronnie James and Joey Tuck. I mean, that's amazing.
Actually, when you count that out, that's 50 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. By the time By the time you get to 24, you're at 51 because you got to count 74.
Okay. All right. I got you. That's why I got you up here.
That's it.
Let's
My Tullahoma High School math skills are undeniable.
We've got dimensions for you here,
3
guys.
balls and 2 strikes. Collins pitch. There's a line drive to right center field. That is the first hit of the night for the Community Vikings, and that's going to the warning track stand-up double for Mason Russell. And Collins loses the no-hit bid.
Yeah. Number 3 hitter Mason Russell hits that to right center. So let's see, in the right center field gap is 375. Okay, the left center field gap 375, left field 327, right field 327, and center field 400 even.
So
well,
none of your remembers were right. None of them were
Not
right.
quite. So is 327 the foul poles? That's farther than a major league stadium.
This is a big old place.
Yeah, I mean right dead.
Swing and a miss by cleanup hitter Blaine Pascal. 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Runner at second.
I'm like you, Scott. It would be good to get those dimensions back on the fence once
There's
again.
a shot to third. Nice play by Bratcher. Throw to first in time. So Community gets a hit, but no harm done. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Cats still on top, 11-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma? For as little as $4 a month, you can support solar energy production and breathe a little easier, knowing you're taking positive action to reduce your carbon footprint. Call 455-4515 today.
Tullahoma Utilities Authority Light Tube Fiber Internet offers true gigabit service to our customers. We pride ourselves on speed, but the backbone of that speed is local tech support, unmatched customer service, and professional service technicians. To sign up, call 455-4515 to gain the reassurance of Light Tube reliability.
Is lag hurting your gaming? Is a weak signal stalling your social media posts? Are constant updates slowing down your productivity? TUA LightTube has a solution. Enroll in our mesh router service starting at $9.95 a month. With the ability to cover your home with increased signal strength, you can increase productivity and whole home happiness. Start winning today by calling TUA LightTube customer service at 455-4515.
Specifically played into our mission when we separated from our parent company and became an employee stock ownership program. We had to be disconnected from a large network and exist on our own. We needed relatively high speed connectivity, which we got at about a 200% discount with LightTube. Businesses can get beyond what most businesses in the country can get from LightTube.
Tullahoma leads Community 11-0 as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. New pitcher for the Vikings is number 14, Isaiah Beach. And Jaron Morris will lead off for the Wildcats. What's the catcher done tonight?
He's walked and singled, so he's 1 for 1 with 1 run scored.
Tullahoma 20 wins yet?
20 last night.
20 last night. So trying for their 21st win of the season. That's a good year. Wildcats can win 20 or more.
Activity in the Wildcat bullpen.
Yeah, I think the way Collins was greeted, he could be done.
Nice fastball there by Mr. Beach.
1-1 the count on Morris here in the bottom of the 4th.
One of the Beach brothers, Isaiah and James. So this is Isaiah. He started the game in right field.
I hate to correct you, partner, but they're known as the Beach Boys.
Okay.
There's a high pop,
Ooh.
left field. It's going to be trouble. Shortstop drifts out, makes the catch. Nice running catch by the shortstop for one out here. That sort of buried my Beach Boys punch.
Yeah, it did. I'll tell you, the lone bright spot really I've seen for Community is their shortstop. He's made a couple. That's Corey Patrick. Made a couple pretty good plays out there for them. He's had a busy night defensively.
Agreed. Here's Mason Bratcher, third baseman for the Wildcats. Bratcher hitless tonight.
Walked and scored in the second. Struck out swinging in the second. He batted twice in the second.
One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Strike.
Well, kind of an unorthodox, with his glove side hand, he, in his windup as he comes toward the mound, he brings that left arm and glove way up. Kind of a little diversion there, if you'll see. Watch him in it, see?
Yeah.
How he brings it up when he separates his hands. And, some little thing like that, little unorthodox can, throw the batters off a little bit, distract them.
Well, delays in how quickly they can pick it up.
Yeah.
Right?
And this is the fourth pitcher that they've seen tonight from the Vikings.
Got to be somebody that's got a good trait.
Yeah. Indeed. Yes.
High and outside, 1-2 the count.
A deceptive trait. Indeed. We're looking to find some some promise in these Vikings.
Well, it's 11-0. What we're looking for is time fillers.
Yeah. Indeed, you're right.
Sharp line shot right back through the box to center field. Base hit from Mason Bratcher. So good to see Mason get a hit tonight. He's on first with one out for Derek Nolasco.
Yeah, Mason's grandfather, Jimmy, in the stands tonight. Talked to him pregame. Jimmy had the highest batting average on the team for these Wildcats back in 1978. Hit over 500. Hit 500, Scott, and had a hit in every single game safely of the entire season.
Heck of a player was Jim Bratcher.
Coach Mathis verified that. That's official.
Runner at first for Nolasco. Yeah.
Nolasco walked and singled.
Jim was also a running back for the football team.
Was he?
Yes, he was. I think he told me one game he carried the ball like 13 straight plays or something.
13 straight plays in high school?
Yeah.
That's the definition of a workhorse back.
Yeah, yeah. Or a lack of imagination on offense, perhaps.
Yeah. The offensive game has certainly evolved since 1978.
Not exactly a juggernaut in football in the mid-'70s. Trust me, I was there. Now, 79.
Yeah.
By 79, they had that really good team. But mid-'70s were a little bit empty. Empty. 2-0 the count.
Well, you're getting there into the Mark Mullins and Greg Smiths and Warner Toms and John Bear days.
No, they all came after that. I'm in the Darryl Peppers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking around 79, 80.
High pop.
That's 79, 80.
See if Community can make a decision here, and they don't. Nobody wanted that high pop. It bounces fair, now called foul.
Well, how fortunate is that? All right, I'm going to break this down to you. I'm going to give a coaching lesson on this. Look, the pitcher is normally on the infield outside the shortstop, the most athletic player on the field. I always told my pitchers, anything you can get your hands on to the shortstop don't call it yours. And certainly that ball was the pitcher. The pitcher's looking at the catcher. Neither one of those guys came close to catching that ball. They got to work on that.
That's a lack
bad
of fundamentals.
Baseball. It sure is. Bad baseball. Not real good coaching either, to be honest.
Nolasco, 2-1 count, one out. Bratcher at first. Nolasco grounds it right back to the pitcher. He throws to second for one. Good play by the pitcher.
Yeah, good play by second, too. 2
outs now. As Bratcher's out at second, Nolasco safe at first on the fielder's choice.
Number 11.
Yes, that's going to go a 3-4 fielder's choice, pitcher to second baseman for the second out of the inning.
Collins perhaps is Last regular season appearance here for the Wildcats. Could play tomorrow. Don't know.
He's already got 3 ABs tonight. Fly out to left, strike out swinging, ground out, or fielder's choice short to second last time up.
You wouldn't think Tullahoma would have anybody throwing in the bullpen unless they intended to use them, right, at this point?
They may just be throwing.
Could just be getting some work in. We'll see. They are watching Collins now. Wade grounds it foul. Tullahoma dugout, 0-1 to count.
Usually if they're really throwing, Coach Case goes down there with
Tullahoma. Well, Coach Case, normally, and that's a good point, Rob. Coach Case normally down there with in the bullpen, but I spoke to him pregame at the concession stand, and he's taking the JV team to Shelbyville tonight as they are in a JV tournament over there in Bedford County. So Coach Harper Case with his JV troops trying to get those guys better to become future varsity Wildcats.
Pitch missed to Collins. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I had the opportunity to coach Harper. He was on our 2011 state championship runner-up team.
Line shot right back through the box. Second baseman makes the tag at second. And that's going to do it for the Wildcats in the 4th. No runs this inning, but Tullahoma leads Community 11-0 on the Light Tube Sports Network.
Never miss your favorite shows again. For an additional $7 a month along with your digital television service, LightTube Cloud DVR lets you record up to 8 programs at the same time, receive 500 gigabytes of cloud storage, and whole home DVR. Call TUA Customer Service to add LightTube Cloud DVR to your digital television service today at 455-4515.
Did you know that Tullahoma Utilities Authority has a solar farm right here in Tullahoma?
We move to the 5th. Tullahoma 3 outs away from victory here as Wade Collins will try to complete this game on the mound. And batting for the Vikings is Drew Harris, the first baseman.
Harris 0 for 2, fly out to the second baseman and ground out to third.
There could potentially be players that only bat once for Community, but not true. 1-0 the count. Well, you got to get 3 outs. So.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. These last 2 may just bat once.
Oh, true story.
You're right, yeah. You was on it.
Collins.
You was on it, Bird Dog.
Called strike 1. 2-1 the count. That would be a highly unusual baseball statistic.
Yes.
Even in a 5-inning game. Swing and a miss, 2-2, as the first baseman flailed at that one.
Scott, you're going to have part of your Friday night left to go home and watch the NFL draft here, it looks like.
I care not. I'll look at the names. That ball fouled away. I'm already disappointed, so.
Maybe the Cowboys will draft a quarterback to replace Dak Prescott.
Maybe the Cowboys will draft Hendon
Yeah,
Hooker
maybe so.
and Jalen Hyatt, and then I can cheer for your Cowboys.
There you go.
Collins, 2-2 pitch. High and tight. The count is full. That's only like the second full count of the game, I think, for Wade.
Yeah. I can't hardly remember him even getting 3 balls on a batter.
I think there was 1. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Tullahoma 2 outs away from victory as Collins records the K, and James Beach,
At bat number 17, James.
the catcher, will step in for the Vikings.
Beach definitely had a rough time behind the plate on pop-ups tonight. Maybe he can redeem himself with a hit here. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman, Evan Tomlin, in his own lone at bat.
Missed outside, ball one.
Scott, we talked about Tullahoma peaking at the right time here, and, they're going to be tough here at home. They played well this year. Every game that we've called, they've won, been victorious.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
If they can go, district, region, state, maybe they'll take us to travel with them as good luck charms.
Maybe they buy us a ring if they win the title, you reckon?
There you go. I like it.
Mathis, are you listening? 1-2 the count now on Beach with one out here in the top of the fifth. Tullahoma trying to close it out. Run rule is 10 after 5. We're in the fifth. We lead by 11. 11. There is a line drive center field base hit. Only the second hit of the night for the Vikings. They've got a runner on first with one out.
Yeah, solid single there. Both their hits have been sharp ones. That was not a fluke. That ball was hit well. No blooper on that one.
Grooms, the DH, steps in. See if the Wildcats can turn two here and close this out. We've got a pinch runner for the big first baseman there for Community.
Well, if you're the Wildcats, you definitely just don't want to allow 2 runs here. 1's okay, not 2.
Oh, I want Collins to get this shutout.
Yeah, we definitely want the shutout.
Grounder to third. Bratcher going to play it safe. Throw to first, 2 down.
Nice strong throw.
Smart play by Mason. 2 outs now, runner at second. And here comes Brian Morris. I think this could be it for Wade Collins. Going to get him his ovation.
That's nice. That's great right there.
So senior Wade Collins will finish the regular season for the Wildcats, the only senior, by pitching, 4.2 innings of shutout baseball.
Yeah, allowed only two hits, 0 base on balls. He allowed a double and a single was the only hits allowed. Only base runners allowed in that. No errors by the Wildcat defense.
Cade Fanning is going to get the baseball, try to get this final out here for the Wildcats. So, nice move by Coach Morris.
Wade Collins.
You're right. So he's got 4 2/3 inning, no runs. Well, he is responsible for the runner on base, on second base. He had 0 base on balls, 1, 2, 3 Ks, 3 strikeouts on the evening.
Solid.
I think Brian told Mason not to turn 2, take the 1 out.
4 Ks. I'll take that back. 4 Ks. No walks.
That's impressive.
When we talk about Tomlin hitting a home run, Scott, last night, Tullahoma, getting some extra base hits. You just don't want to be a singles team. You want to be able to hit the gap and get some extra base hits. Tullahoma several hitters, capable of getting extra base hits. With Emery, Tomlin, certainly Balin Tootin. Fulmer's got the speed that he can get the ball in the gap. He can get, and certainly Jaron Morris. We haven't seen Tullahoma bunt the ball a whole lot this year, and so I don't know what kind of bunting team they are. I'm sure they work on that in practice, but as we get into these bigger games, district, region, state, you got to be able to move runners and win games with small ball too. So I'm anxious to see, how this Tullahoma team finishes the season. But they're peaking right now, looking good in all phases.
So Cade Fanning will take the mound for the Wildcats. And the last hope for Community is Isaiah Beach with a runner at second and 2 outs. The run rule in effect if Tullahoma can get this out. Fanning's first pitch, and there's strike 1.
A good start for Fanning. So what you want, certainly you come in a game with only 1 out to get. You want to come in and be in a strike thrower. Pound that strike zone.
A little high, 1-1 the count on Beach.
Fanning's older brother Hollis, a junior at the University of Tennessee, plays for the Tony Vitello and the Tennessee Vol baseball team. 6'7" right-hand pitcher.
Fanning's pitch. That's a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beach tried to check his swing, but he didn't. Tullahoma on its feet here. Try to get this last strike and win this baseball game. Fanning delivers. Off-speed pitch. Missed a little high, I guess. 2-2 the count.
Fanning trying to preserve the shutout here. James Beach on second. Isaiah trying to get his brother in. The Beach boys.
High and tight. 3-2 the count. On Beach. 3-2 pitch. High pop. Morris giving chase. Emery giving chase. Neither one could get there.
Great hustle.
Another chance for Beach.
You're right. Emery and Morris both giving chase. Gave it all they had. The ball just beyond the reach of both.
So we'll do it again. Full count, 2 outs. Runner at second. Tullahoma trying for its 21st win of the 2023 season. Fanning, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Wrap this one in Cardinal and Black. The Tullahoma Wildcats on senior night dominate the Community Vikings. Wade Collins gives up only 2 hits, and Tullahoma wins it 11-0. Ken, it's the way you want to be at the end of the season, playing your best baseball.
Oh, no doubt about it. And, just a 11-0 shellacking by the Tullahoma Wildcats over the Community Vikings. Strong pitching performance by Wade Collins. Defense was flawless tonight. No errors by the Wildcat defense. And they were spurred by a 2-run homer early in this game by Valen Tootin, the Tullahoma center fielder, as they wrapped out numerous hits and just dominated tonight, Scott. A convincing win for Tullahoma.
So the Wildcats, District 8 AAA champions, will host Rockvale tomorrow night, travel to Nolensville Monday night, and then begin District 8 AAA tournament play right here at Grider Stadium next Friday, right here.
May the 5th.
Support the Wildcats in the District 8 AAA tournament. That's going to do it for us. For Chris Barstad, Clay Turner, and Ken Keller, I'm Scott Chastain. Be good to each other.